Hey guys, how's it going? Black Boy here. Really sorry for not getting a video out this past Tuesday. My best friend had a wedding, and the past 2 weeks have been spent getting ready and doing everything I needed to do for that. And it went off without a hitch. It's amazing. It happened last Saturday, and then the following day was Mother's Day, the following Sunday. But really sorry for not getting a video out last Tuesday. However, this video right here, I had to take down because when I uploaded this video, I forgot while editing that I cut off the audio track. So I uploaded a video without even realizing there was no audio track. So here is the video about the Midas 512, which is a parametric EQ. So here's that video in full. I'm sorry about once again not double checking and making sure that video had the proper audio file unmuted. So thank you for letting me know, and yeah, here we go. Back to my regular schedule on the second and fourth every Tuesday. But here we go. My Midas 512 review.
Hey guys, how's it going? Black Boy here, and today we're diving back into my 500 series gear. We've already did a video on the SPL de-esser. I will put a link to that at the end of the video and right up there in the top of the corner. But today on the second episode of 500 series gear, we're going to dive right here into the Midas 512 4-band EQ. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
All right, guys. So let us start off with what is a parametric EQ, or what is an equalizer. So there's generally two types. There are graphic and parametric. And as you guys can see right here, we got it up on the screen. And it says graphic equalizer versus a parametric equalizer. What is the difference? Graphic equalizers and parametric equalizers are two equalizers layouts that offer different methods of frequency control. A graphic equalizer uses a narrow adjustment EQ band to target specific frequencies, while a parametric EQ allows the user to change the width of each band for a broader adjustment. Continuing on, graphic EQ is typically used to notch out specific frequencies that contribute to feedback in live performances in a live performance sound reinforcement system. Each band is represented by a slider that can be pushed up or down to boost or cut that frequency. Now this is what we have. A parametric EQ is widely used in recording and mixing to change the character of the sound or emphasize certain qualities. Instead of sliders, parametric EQ uses traditional rotator knobs and switches to control several parametrics that shape the EQ band. So, what the Midas 512 is it is an equalizer that we use that I use in my recording and mixing environment. Right now I am running into my parametric EQ as I am recording this, but it is used to shape and sound a wide band for in this instance for my vocals. Sometimes you can use it for guitars, drums, whatever. And one of the reasons why you really need a equalizer, whether it be a graphic or a parametric, depending on your application, is that these things help you get a much better sound. And as it's stated in here, For graphic EQs, helps with the feedback. For parametric EQs, helps shape the characteristics of the signal. In this case, once again, it would be my voice. So I have been using this setup on pretty much all my videos since I've put out that unboxing of my 500 series gear. And I really have to say, I do love my parametric EQ. It allows me to use what I have and to shape my voice. Now, for what I've been doing, I realize I need to get a mic preamp because the way how I have my system set up right now, the signal gets very, very soft and quiet, especially after running through my compressor before it hits my Scarlett 18i20 or my interface. So I would like to boost the signal, which I could use a mic preamp for that. But I digress. Let us go back to the parametric EQ right here. All right, so as you guys can see, we got the Midas 512 right here. And like I said, my signal right now is running out of my microphone into my de-esser, which then goes into the Midas 512, which is right here, which then goes into my Art Pro compressor VLA, which is right above all this. And then that goes into my Focusrite Scarlett 18i20. But more importantly, let's talk about how this Midas 512 works. As you guys can see right here from the top, we have my treble, then my high mid, then my low mid, then my bass. And then off to the sides, we have width for all of the corresponding frequencies. Now, one of the things I like about this is that not only are we able to shape it by rotating these, right? But we also have the gain knob right there. So that means for each one of these frequencies, we can step the gain up, or we can boost it like so, or we can cut it like so. Now, one of the things I like to do, honestly, is have everything set at noon, especially like the gain when starting things out, because this allows us to have a nice, simple baseline when adjusting everything. And as you guys can see right here, I have all of these set to about 9, and then I have all my gain set to noon, and all of the width is set to 9 as well. And I really like how that sounds for just my simple voice over. It really, really helps out. And I just, like I said, I like it. Now, as you guys can see right here and here, we have 2 push button bells. And as you guys can see, if I push this one and this one, the lights go off. And that means they are in the off position. But let's push these back on. And we also down here have an in button where it's off. Push that. It's on. Take that off. Boom. It's out. So, that is my setup right there. Got my parametric EQ and everything the way how I like it. So that's how I have my parametric EQ set up. I'm pretty sure you guys heard the difference when I was over there messing around with my parametric EQ, but you know, had to bring my settings back up. So now it's all back to the way how I like it, because you guys can saw how very quiet and soft it was. And that is just one of the many things that you can do with a parametric EQ. That's how I have my parametric EQ set up. Like I said, I just like with everything, or I like the gain all at noon, and then everything else, the width and the frequency set to 9. Set to 9. It just makes things so much more easier, and like I said before, I just really like the sound of it. Now, why do I have this parametric EQ? Why do I have an EQ? Simple. Like I said, whenever recording guitars, vocals, drums, it's always nice to have a equalizer, so that way you can change and shape the frequency to how you want it to be. I also love it for when I do my voiceovers, and it just makes life that much easier. Yeah. Would I recommend getting the Midas 512 parametric EQ? Yes, I would. I think it's a great equalizer. I think it's great for beginners, great for starters, and it teaches you how. It's a great device to teach yourself how to use a parametric EQ on the easy side. But other than that, I mean, I would probably like to get one that has a little bit more range, i.e. more frequencies. And then also I would probably like to pair this with another one. That way I can have one focus on a wider range and then one focusing on a narrower range. Maybe even pair this with like a graphic EQ like we saw earlier, how that one targets specific frequencies. But yeah, I really love this setup that I have right now for my voiceovers and for doing vocals. You know, my mic into my de-esser, into my equalizer, into my compressor, and then into my interface. Like I said, I probably will get a mic preamp because I realized that the signal was kind of soft coming out of the compressor into my interface, which is to be expected, you know, coming out of a compressor. But it was how I wanted it, but it was just so quiet. So in order to boost that signal, you know, probably start out with it going into a mic preamp that boosts the signal, so that way when it runs through the de-esser, the equalizer, and the compressor, it's not all that soft. Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. I hope this video helped you out. I hope it was something that you enjoyed. I am still on the march to 500 subscribers, so if you guys wouldn't mind, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything you want to say, go ahead and jot those in the comment section down below. I will have links to this parametric EQ, to my de-esser, and I will also place those videos somewhere around here at the end. But until next time, I'm Black Boy, and remember, keep practicing.